Young poets competing for the win. Nia Jones is about to face them and her fears.
Everybody show love and give it up for Nia.
She not only has to be better than the competition, she has to expose old emotions and confront painful questions of her identity.
They always called me a white girl. I was never ashamed of myself until they taught me to be ashamed. I was never keen on splitting hairs or splitting veins. My blood is not segregated into black and white. In my mind, I'm gray. A mixture of all beautiful things. You cannot paint me the color.
She rushes to finish.
I've come far enough to know not to be ashamed of what I am, but I won't let them define me by it either. It was so fantastic just to be able to just get that off of my chest. I didn't stutter and I didn't stumble and forget the words, which was really great because I was so scared I was going to forget the words.
I know that she can dive so much deeper into that poem. I know that she can tap into that and really get free.
He forces me to do the things that I really would rather not do, but sometimes what's the best for you is kind of hard to do.
For Nia, getting through this first slam of the season is a relief. For Becca,
Fighting the hands of every guy who tries to...
it's phenomenal.
We bark, growl, and tear apart those portraits you've painted. We create our own with the corrupted bit of paint you had no use for. We will repaint ourselves as women, wholly once more.
Our winner for the evening. Give it up, y'all, for Becca!
What was that like?
Awesome. I've never won anything before. It was a really wonderful feeling.
Becca Khalil feels black. She desperately wants the world to see her that way too.
I never thought being black was synonymous to your color, because I thought that was racist. Who wants to be racist in our society? Everyone does, apparently. Because I'm not dark. I'm not black.
So who determines who's black?
The important thing to do is to, of course, define yourself however you wish. That's your own right and your own freedom, and you should exercise it. But it's also important for people to always keep in mind how the larger society is likely to see one.
The U.S. government has a say when it comes to identity.
U.S. Census Bureau, white. Person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. You're defined as white, according to the census.
Yep.
She's not white, so the question really goes to the U.S. government. Why are people from North Africa white? What purpose does that serve? How did you come to make that decision? They are on the continent of Africa. They are of African descent. Why not be black?
The question in this society, to some extent, is will she be viewed as white by anyone other than the census taker? The census taker may write it down that way, but unless the police officer, the loan officer, the teacher, the employer for whom she's trying to get a job views her that way, and it's very unlikely that they will, she is going to be, at the very least, a woman of color.
What role does family play in all of this? For Nia, that's unclear.
I mean, I already have a poetry book, but look how nice this is, Dad. Look how pretty that is.
I think a lot of it is really, again, how you're cultured. What was the dominant culture in your household?
For her, it's white. Her dad's white. She lived with her dad.
So there you go. Who loved you? Who took care of you?
While Nia is reluctant to embrace her black roots, it's a different story for her 14-year-old sister, Kai.
I feel more comfortable when I'm around people that are black. I think I fit in more with black people. She likes different music that I do, dress differently, hang out with different people. I like more hip-hop. She doesn't really like that. She hangs out with more white people or black people that act white. I hang out with black people that act black.
Same mother, same father. Sisters living on opposite sides of the same wall, divided by views on culture and identity. But for Nayo, that might be about to change.
There were certain things that kept coming up. It was like female, poet, black, female, poet, black. And so I'm wondering, how come I have to be the odd one out in this situation?